Do you all want to see something fucking based? Because I'm going to show you something that's fucking based. Let's have a look. So, Lancaster University students in rent strike over exploitation. Almost 600 students at Lancaster University are withholding rent, claiming they are being treated as cash cows during the pandemic. Many students in halls of residence sign up for the rent strike, claiming they have been lured back into campus with the promise of in-person teaching. Others are angry they are charged for rooms they cannot occupy due to lockdown restrictions. So, what is happening here is that people are withholding rent from university landlords because during the Tier 4 increase and the total lockdown that has happened recently because of the coronavirus crisis in the United Kingdom, the students of these universities are withholding rent from them because either they're not getting anything, they aren't getting any in-person teaching in the university, so they're actually not getting anything from moving there. They might as well just stayed at home and done all of their lectures online whilst sitting on their parents' sofa, right? Or they can't even get there at all, so they're paying for fucking nothing. They're just literally getting nothing, right? So this is base. Like, this is the kind of organisation that people should be doing in the year of our Lord 2021. Strike organiser Owen Arkley, 21, said many students were trapped on campus after a travel ban was enforced on Tuesday or being made to pay for a campus accommodation they legally cannot return to. All teaching is now online, but even when cases were rising in Lancaster a few weeks ago, we were promised at least some of our teaching would be in person. It is unfair exploitation. Greg Flores is studying first-year linguistics and philosophy, unable to return to campus due to the lockdown. He said the university has failed students, and he will not be paying rent, which is due on the 8th of January. Why should we be paying rooms that are empty? We're treated as cash cows, not as people. Well, if that isn't the correct take there, because that's how it's going to be. Whilst this is all well and good, this is happening to university students. This is the life. This is the real life for working class people, right? You don't have a choice about whether you pay rent or not. You have to pay rent or you're homeless in this country, because if you're poor, who has the money for a deposit, right? So you have the choices: pay rent or be homeless. And these guys have the choice of not being homeless. They go back to their parents' houses. Think, if these people can get off their asses and do a rent strike and take back the power that they have, because these people have organisational power. Landlords and people like that, they require our tacit complicitness in this system. If all of the people who did a strike and refused to pay their rent, the whole system would collapse, and suddenly landlords who sit on their asses doing fucking nothing, making money off of our passive income and our hard work, would do nothing. They wouldn't have any recourse to this. So yeah, if these guys can do it, why can't we? Why can't we organise out there and get a rent strike going? Because at the end of the day, it is landlordism in its essence is a transferal of wealth from the poor to the rich, from the have-nots to the haves. The only deciding factor between those who are forced to rent and those who they rent from is the fact that one group of one party was rich enough to afford a deposit in the first place. That is the only factor, or credit scoring for a mortgage, right? Just because you are poor, you have to pay the rich people to exist. So yeah, we should take lessons from the people who we used to be, because we all used to be students. Then we grew up and we became workers, and then we realised that this is how life works. And these people, I'm assuming the reason why these kids are striking is because it's their first foray into the world, and they recognise they've not been part of the system for long enough to understand, to have this kind of capitalist Stockholm syndrome that other people do have, this like neoliberal Stockholm syndrome where we just accept that things like this just world fallacy, that things just are the way they are and they can't change. They understand, right? These people understand that this is wrong, and they're taking it into their own hands to get some level of recourse for this. And the best part, this is my old uni. This is the one I went to. I feel it warms the cockles of my heart to see these people take necessary action in the face of a level of what is essentially larceny on the part of, the people who run the rental accommodation for especially universities during the coronavirus pandemic, in this very specific special situation where these people literally are paying for rooms they cannot inhabit due to law. So yeah, that is absolutely 100% based. And the main lesson I would like to take, I'm going to repeat again, if these guys can do it, why can't we? As a collective of working people who are forced to pay rent to exist, it's just as coercive as being forced to pay rent for a room that you can't even live in, if not more so, because the if these people don't pay, the only threat is they have to live at their parents' house rather than us who have to live on the street, right? If these guys can do it, why can't we? Anyway, that's been No Justice. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please give it a share around. Feed the algorithm with all the goodness that it deserves. And I will catch you on the next one.